I know we're not gonna have a lot of stuff around. I'm not drinking alcohol for this show. You're not drinking, right?
I'm not drinking this show,
So
no.
it's gonna be a good one. That's how we should start. We should start off sober. Every show should be sober.
Sober, okay.
Yeah, I mean, just to be semi-positive role models in the community.
I forgot to chill my wine, so
I was gonna get a beer, but I'm like, I'm not about to drink a beer. And for what? We can get a beer sponsors. When that happens, I'll start caring about beers.
True, understandable.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome to the Mad Black Podcast. It's a new podcast here. I'm your host, John Bruton, and my co-host,
You. Did I do that right?
I mean, I don't think you can do it wrong. It is your name, right?
So I'm just supposed to is you like just.
I mean, it works. I guess
right?
it worked for me. You had like a pause.
I fucked that up. Yeah. Okay.
You want to try it again?
Yep.
All
Let's
right.
do that again.
I'm your host, John Bruton, and next to me, my co-host,
You.
the lovely You. See, I fucked it up too, but it's still okay.
You was gonna say my whole name.
I was going to. I'm used to it.
Yeah, because you called me my name.
I know you, so it's hard.
Yeah. You know
I knew you before you got Instagram
yeah, you knew
famous.
me when I was Uleta, so. Yeah.
I didn't know you changed.
I didn't change, but it's easier for people to call me you than Uleta because they like butcher my name.
I'm gonna call you Junior
So.
for real. You always be Junior to me.
I mean, but you have called me Junior before, so.
Yeah. Jr.
Yeah, you called me Junior for a long time, so that's cool for you. But everybody just can't start calling me Junior.
Oh no, they shouldn't. People really shouldn't.
Definitely
you don't know
shouldn't.
why
No.
I call you Junior.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm jealous because I don't have a cool nickname. Just John. JB is kind of like this is a lot of JB, so it's kind of
It
hard
is a
to
lot of
be like.
JBs. You could get confused with the
It could
wrong
be a
type of
girl
JB.
even.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wish I had a cooler name to chop up. Like my favorite nickname is Michi because it comes from Demetrius.
Right.
It's like the middle of the name is the fat part. You just like, ooh, that's
Turn that into a whole
cool.
nother name.
Yeah, like I heard like Latanya. I've heard girls get called Tanya,
Mm-hmm.
but that's kind of like, yeah. But Demetrius, it
Meech.
took a person to
Strong
really
name.
take some creativity to make that Michi.
Meech. Yeah, Michi. Yeah.
It's like, okay, you double
And
down.
people can really ride with that because, like, I've known guys that was like nicknamed Meech or Michi, and then like somebody else was saying, "Oh yeah, you know Demetrius from such and such."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, who was that? And they like, Michi, Michi with the braids. Oh yeah, so it's kind of
I would hate to have a nickname that came with like a adjective. Like, we had a dude, we used to call him Dirty Nail. The name was Darnell. We had a cool Darnell. We had two Darnells in the group at the time. So one Darnell just was Nail, and the other one, he didn't want to be Darnell, so we had to call him Dirty Nail.
Why did y'all have to call him Dirty Nail? Like, was it something
He
behind
was a
that,
dirty
or-
one.
He was, okay.
Like, you had to compare him on which one of these things is different.
Yeah.
They both black, same complexion. It ain't really enough to say he's black now, because you got to be really dark for that.
Yeah.
He wasn't skinny, he wasn't tall, but he was a dingy motherfucker. So his dinginess stood out more than.
That is fucked up.
That
That is fucked up. But I mean, I get it, but that's fucked up.
Well, that brings us to our topic today. Our topic is, well, first, the podcast is Mad Black Podcast. It's where two people discuss black shit and everything else. It's Mad Black, never angry. It's very black if you know how slang works.
Very black. Yeah, for sure.
It's very black,
For
not
sure.
angry. It's not the Mad Black Podcast. It's Mad Black.
Yeah.
But today's topic is backhanded compliments, because we have talked to a lot of white folks in our life, and they have given some of the worst compliments.
Oh, they give terrible compliments.
I've heard one after a show. A white woman walked up to me, and I don't really use the N-word in front of mixed company on stage, and she had said, "It's okay, you can nigger it up."
Did she really?
To my face. I was with a white comic, Mary Santora. She was with me, and she looked at me like, "What do we do now?" Because she's never heard somebody say that word to another black person. Like, she grew up around white people her whole life, so she's heard it said, but she's never seen it.
To a
Like,
black person, yeah.
she was like, "Oh shit!" She's like, "This is how videos be going."
No, seriously, that's how videos get started, because I would have cussed her out.
I just say, yeah, I did enough. It was just enough for me.
Just enough. I just did just enough nigger.
I don't even give her that part. I wouldn't even give her that. I said, it was just enough for me. We didn't have to add any more to it.
Yeah, I probably would have cussed her ass out, but that's just me.
I don't get
I've
too
gotten
many.
them though. too.
What's one of your favorite? Well, not favorite, but like all time. Like, ooh, this motherfucker just played me.
Pretty for a black girl, for a nigga. Yeah.
Oh, you got hit with that.
Yeah, I used to work at a nursing home. Well,
that's all you can
like
say.
an independent living place.
Uh-huh.
And it was Jewish. And like they used to come down for dinner, or like where we used to work, we used to take their orders and stuff. And I had to take something over to the table, and the lady looked at me and she was like, "Come here." So I walked over to her. I'm like, "Yeah, everything okay?" She was like, "You know, you are really, really, really pretty for a nigga girl." And I was like,
"You ain't know they did that."
I said, "Excuse me?" She was like, "You are really pretty for a nigga girl. Like, you all nigga." And I was like,
the funniest shit is she repeated it as if you didn't.
Yeah, like she repeated it. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, "Bitch, is you crazy?" And she was like, "Well,
what's wrong with you?
What's the problem?" And I was like, "You know what? I don't want to knock your old ass out this chair, so I'm going to walk away. I'm going to let you have that one. Because if I react how I really want to react, I'm going to fuck you up. So I'm going to go." So the lady that was sitting next to her, she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said that to her. Like, why would you say that?" And she was like, "Well, she is pretty for a nigga girl." Like, I mean, she was strong on this shit. So I told my manager, I was like, "The lady at table 6, she just told me I was pretty for a nigga girl. I don't know exactly how to handle that, but I don't want to go back over there." So she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," whatever. So she didn't make me go back over there. So when they were leaving out, she just kept looking at me. Like, then I seen her like a couple days later, and she was like, "So you don't have a white daddy?"
Ooh, that was, you know what? I fuck with her for doubling down on her. You ain't
like,
shit.
I was like, you know what? Now I'm very petty. So I learned what her name was and what her husband's name was. And I told her, I was like, yeah. I was like, surprisingly, you know what? We got a lot in common. And she was like, "Well, what's that?" And I was like, "My grandfather's name is such and such, such." And I said it, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, so no, I'm not all nigga. I got some Jewish in me. We got a lot more in common than you think." I think she had like damn near had a mini stroke.
You would have been nice. You would have been cool if she did though.
Yeah, definitely.
If she like we'd have seen her.
Yeah, she would have just kind
of. She needed a straw.
Yeah.
I never liked when white people would say, like, giving me props would always be like you're giving me props for remedial shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're so well spoken. Where's you? Like, one dude was surprised I had a dad. He didn't grow up with one though. I was like, "You rat bastard! This motherfucking white dude did not grow up with a father. Dad was gone. Never really met him." Like,
I think they just kind of think like it's all the same. Like the shit that they see on TV is everybody's life. Like, no, I have a dad. I know who he is.
Yeah.
We're actually close. Jamal. Yeah. Like, never slept on the floor. I never lived in the ghetto.
Yeah, I never had bills in my name until I had other things in my name, and I knew what the fuck my name was.
They were like my bills. Like, I didn't. Yeah. So they kind of think that. So that is very surprising. Especially like working with a lot of white people, older white people, you get more shock, I guess, like when you know certain things. Because like when I worked at home, it was only like maybe 5 of us, maybe like 5 black people in the office. Everybody else was white, older and stuff like that. So like when I first started, I would always cover my arms because I got, tattoos and stuff. So I would cover my arms up. And one day the air was out and it was like super hot. And I was like, "Oh, fuck this. Y'all just had to see the real me today." And so I took my thing off and I went to the bathroom. I was coming back. And like one of the ladies that I see all the time, she was like, "Oh my God." She was like, "You have all those tattoos. I never would have known." She was like, "You don't even seem like the type of person that would have all those tattoos." And I was like, "And what type of person is that? Like, what are you saying?" And she was like, Oh, I mean, no, not like that. Not like that. I mean, my son has tattoos. Like, he has tattoos, but you just don't seem like the type to have all of those tattoos. And I was like, "Well, you still didn't say the type, but I kind of get where you're going with that." And I was like, "Yeah, I just like tattoos. It's not a ghetto thing. I never lived in the ghetto or anything. It's just a choice."
That's probably why I kind of wanted to start the podcast, because black is so many things that some people never think of. Like, you're not less black because you're something different.
Right. It's all the same. In certain situations, black is black. Like, it doesn't matter if you're Harvard educated or didn't finish high school. Like, it does not matter. Black is black. So, people get kind of wrapped up in the, oh, well, I have a degree in this. You still a nigga.
Yeah, when it get down to it.
When it get down to it, like, you're still, that's still how people are going to look at you. Like, yeah, you're a black person. Like, it's not because you're well spoken or you're friendly or you watch CNN or you read a lot of books. They don't care. Like, they see you the same. It doesn't matter. You're always kind of.
I wouldn't mind though. I wouldn't mind if we did have a nigga test. Like, you had to pass this test, or you a nigga. Like, you find out real quick. You like, I don't want to take that test because I might be a nigga. Like, you would hate to be. I
just might be. Yeah.
You like, oh man, I do got that baby in another city.
Right.
Ooh-wee, maybe I am a nigga.
Yeah, like, and then then you have like the uppity black people who they might have came from like a rough beginning, and then like once they get out of there, they forget all of the black stuff that they have been through, and they just kind of switch over to, oh, I don't know anything about that. That's beneath me. I don't really care for people like that.
I definitely will act like I've never ate Whitmore's before. Like, if my tax bracket go up just 2 more boxes, I never had that. Whereas I never had open pit. I'm gonna disclaim all. I'm gonna what?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
I'm gonna be biblical with my I'm gonna disown motherfuckers so fast.
I mean, but it kind of like it make you who you are.
Whitmore's did not make me who I am.
It was a part of it. You were there for a reason.
Proximity. I lived by Harvard. It was right there.
I mean, yeah, but
and you know what I got mad?
The area.
That inflation pissed me off. A snack pack was like $2.50 for a minute. Then it was $3.75 by the time I stopped buying them.
Wings go up.
They shouldn't though.
They shouldn't. But wings are the first thing to go up. You know that.
I would take it. Okay, here's another question. What would be on the nigga test? Because we ain't talking about a black test. Everybody only a black person can take the test. Like, you ever seen that episode of Atlanta when Kevin Samuels was on it?
Yes. So
he had like, if you black, come through. Yeah. So mine's isn't. We're gonna go a step further than that.
Okay.
You're past the black part. You black. It don't matter if drop of blood, whatever. Okay. We talking about niggas.
Okay.
So it got to be like, how do you spell certain words? How do you say certain words? The first question I'm putting the word. Say this word. SALMON. That's my first question. And how a person answers that is going to be a point or a no point. They say salmon. Ooh, 1 point.
Yeah. You're on your way.
That's like, all right, that's you.
You're on your way. You about to pass. You're on your way.
If you miss it's like a blowout in a basketball game. If you miss the first 5, we pretty much throw this test away.
Yeah.
If you start digging,
it's like a driving test.
Yeah, it's like Dungeons and Dragons though. You keep missing questions, you're gonna keep going down this journey.
Yeah.
You don't want to be like, have you ever owned a G-Unit hoodie? I mean, a G-Unit wife beater? You be like, yeah, but it only had the 2 colors, not the 3 colors. It's like, all right, sir.
Like,
have you ever wore your do-rag to court and then taken it off?
Right when the judge calls your name.
Take it off, put it in the pocket while the judge say your name, and she like, yeah, your honor. Try it, and make it a handkerchief, nigga. That's how bad you are.
Have you ever been to court and had to take all of your shit off because you think you was going to jail after you get done talking to the judge? Because I have done that before. So I would probably pass the nigga
test. I don't know. I don't think you pass.
I think I would pass with flying colors.
I can speak fluent, but I don't really party enough with them. I ain't really close enough to be.
No, I'm kind of there. I'm kind of there. I can go both ways.
Oh, you know what?
I'm very adaptable.
No, yeah, I just thought about it. You are.
I'm very adaptable. Like, whatever room I'm in, I can adjust to what's going on.
You did some nigga shit. I had to tell your ass stop before. So you
play
in the dirt.
I can do nigga shit, and then to turn around and be like totally different. It just depends on what room I'm in. I'm very adaptable.
That's fun to me. I like to be like, you know what? I like to not really stand out of any room, but just fade away in every room. Mm-hmm. That's more fun, to not stick out ever.
Yeah, because you kind of watch everything.
It's more fun.
Yeah.
You can pick one person, talk to them, go back to your corner.
Yeah.
Pick a person off, talk to them.
I'm going to go over there and talk to them. Yeah,
you don't got to be interesting. Walk to a group of people. That's crazy.
But you know what? I think I shock a lot of people. Because, like, people that know me from, like, Instagram and stuff like that, they think I'm just, like, one way. And then when they actually meet me, I'm kind of different. So
I mean, it's, honestly, I get it now.
It's kind of like a shock factor because like I was talking about a book I had read one time and this dude was like,
"You read books?"
No, actually, you know what? It's so crazy because like my bookshelf is, I got a bookcase that's loaded and I've read all of like 4 books that's in there, and this guy came over and he was like, "Damn, we got a lot of books," and I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Are they for decoration?" And I was like, "No."
Backhanded compliments.
I actually have read those. And he was like, "So you just sit and read?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do, actually. Yeah, I do." And he was like, "So you read all those books?"
Oh, man.
And I was like, at that time, I had read all of the ones that was in there. I hadn't added any yet. And I was like, "Well, yeah. I buy them, I read them, put them in the shelf. That's kind of hot, yeah." And he was like, I ain't take you for the sitting and reading books type of girl. And I was like, "Nigga, do you not think I can fucking read or what? Like, why is this such a thing for you?" And he was like, "That's kind of like some old bitch shit." And I was like,
you surprised me for a nigga gal.
Yeah, like, he was like, "That's kind of some old bitch shit. You kind of young for that." And I was like, "You are never too young or too old to read. Like, that is, but you know what? I know you probably can't read out loud, sir. So this probably isn't going to go far because you are that deep invested in me reading these books."
How far it go?
It didn't go far.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I hit a curve. It was didn't. A girl so dumb. I had to tell my friends before she came around. Like, we was in the student center, and she was on her way. I had to tell 2 of my boys, "Hey, yo, she pretty as a motherfucker, but she is not. Try not to. Don't try and use too many words we learned since we've been here.
Mm-hmm.
Try and talk and use pictures.
Dumb it down a bit.
Man, dumb it down.
Dumb it down a bit.
Don't even talk that much to her.
She's
for
not
real.
Gonna follow it. She's not. She's gonna be just sitting there looking pretty. She's not gonna know what you're talking about.
She don't get sarcasm well. She was not. She was that kind of stupid. Like, think of Betty White on Golden Girls.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but she was a devastating person. Like, her mouth was the dumbest. Like, she went dumb.
So I'm taking it that you were dealing with her because
man,
pretty.
Yeah. She kind of pursued me though.
Okay.
Like, we met at orientation, didn't talk the whole first year. Second year, she on some old "what's up." I seen her around in passing. I even like said hi to her since we was in orientation. She shot me down orientation. I mean, she brought up orientation to me.
Got passed around enough.
Oh man, she definitely did. Like, she told me she was one girl. She was dumb, but like, she was a freak.
Okay.
So she would tell
Most
you
dumb
shit
girls are.
not knowing. Like, she told me that 5 people had sex with her. It was a girl and 4 other guys.
One time?
Well, it was all in the same. They're all in the same house. I think the guys took turns. I don't think they all could fit, but yeah, she told me that.
Yeah, you only got 3 holes. Oh, wow.
And this is before. This is like 2003, so it's kind of like before we even knew about the second hole. Like, butt stuff was still kind of.
Yeah, butt stuff was kind of tricky.
You had to be like, you
had to be like real nasty for some shit like that.
I ain't get no butt till I was I was out of school. I was a homeowner by the time I got some butt.
Well.
Like, think about it. You ever gave up the butt once? Just I'm gonna leave it here, but if you ever did it, we can keep the conversation going.
Yeah, I tried it. Yeah.
How early?
Oh.
Was it? Could you drink or drive? Age wise, like, were you
no,
over?
I was grown.
Okay, that's what I'm about to say.
I was grown. I was like, I could drink and everything. I was maybe like 23.
You know what? I think you gotta
maybe.
be able to drink before you can start doing that. It's like because you gotta be in the bar with some nasty motherfuckers to kind of like.
Not necessarily, because, and some people was just freaks, because I was friends with a girl in high school and she was into that. Like, she liked it already.
A girl tried to get me in high. Like, she had told me she liked doing it in high school.
No, she was already into it. Like, it was.
Like, she liked doing it.
Yeah, like she was into it already, and I was like, "Bitch, what?"
Yeah, she
ain't. Bitch, you are nasty. Like, I wouldn't even. Yeah, I wouldn't that far.
Like, I remember a dude told me.
We literally was like in 11th grade.
Yeah, a dude told me and my cousin, this girl ate ass. And we're like, what does that mean? Like, how does that work? Like, what does she really do? She can't put her tongue anywhere by her. Like, what does that really mean?
You know, like, the ass thing is not for me. The ass thing is not for me. I've tried it twice. I didn't like it. And, you know, I kind of left it at that.
You tried to give or you got?
No, God. Yeah, I've never.
Oh, I'm about to say,
played with
damn,
any,
you was, I was
I've
like,
never played with anybody's ass.
I thought you was a soldier. You like
No,
tried it twice. I'm like,
no.
damn, nigga. At first you don't succeed.
Farthest I'm going is the bacho. After that, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not going.
You can't say words that fast. That real. What's that thing you said?
The bacho.
You don't say it like it's a nigga girl. What's that mean? Like, you know what?
The space between the balls and the
Everybody
ass.
act.
Under there is,
You ever seen The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
They call like the zombies different things everywhere they go.
Mm-hmm.
It's apparently girls call that area just whatever they want to call it.
I've always known it was the bacho. I don't know. I mean, but I've heard it called different things. But when I learned about it, that's bacho, gaucho. One or the other.
I called it Bucci for a while.
Yeah.
Boy, coochie. I'm being silly because mine just never gonna get used again, so it'll be left alone.
I mean, it's kind of a shocker for some men that had never like kind of experienced that. It was just kind of.
We got a sex episode coming later down the line.
Yeah,
I'm right. Yeah. It's just back to this nigga who was surprised by
back
you
to
reading.
The nigga thing. So,
you know what? I've had a girl impressed by my daughter not being ugly. But she's like, yeah, you got a pretty kid. I'm like, you said it like you were enlightened by the fact.
That was definitely a backhanded compliment.
It's like, your baby pretty. Like she said it.
That was definitely a backhanded compliment.
Like the tone was
sure.
so wild. Like, you got a pretty baby. Like one of them like,
I'll
be damned.
She was shocked. Yeah.
I'm like, ain't that or something? All right, I guess. That's fair.
You know what? I'm more shocked when people have ugly kids than pretty kids.
I didn't know what I was gonna get. I just told myself I didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, your kid is your kid. You're gonna know
like,
ugly or not. But
she's like somebody in my family.
I've seen like 2 ugly people have a beautiful baby, and I've seen 2 beautiful people have ugly kids. Like it can really happen.
Some girls are pretty because they have good angles. Cause I fell victim to a few where it's like, damn, she's so pretty, and you get to see her around, like you see her, and you're like, oh, you gotta be in a position
to look
you Mona Lisa, nigga. I don't see the other side of you.
That does happen a lot. I mean, personally, myself, I don't know. I'm not doing like a lot to change this. This is it. This is it. This is what I got. You got to take it. Like, I'm not into like I don't walk around with makeup on every day and all of that.
Well,
like I don't do that.
What's your favorite backhanded compliment to somebody? What's your favorite one to give? Like, what's your default? Like,
I love that for you. That's my favorite one. I love that for you. You
know what? I will say that as a culture, black people do have some of the best. Like, yeah, white people they have them, but they're so egregious with it. Yeah. It's not even a close to.
No, it's they
like you can't repeat it. Yeah. Like she repeated nigga gal, and you like, bitch, this is a Tom Sawyer fucking. Like, who the fuck you think you are?
Yeah.
Like, Mark Twain and wrote this dialogue because they don't in fucking hell.
And that's not even
like
a backhand compliment. That's just fucked up.
Yeah, like you can't say nigga gal and it ever go over.
Yeah.
But you can say, like, who was a comic back in the day did that? DL? No, good on you. Bruce. Fucking good Bruce was king.
He was the king of that, yeah.
Like, oh, that shirt fly for you. It's like that.
Good on you, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think it's part of the culture. You got to get hit with a backhanded compliment.
You have to. And you know who gives out the best ones?
Who?
Grandmothers.
All right,
grandmothers give the best ones.
Or gay men. Boom. Grandmas versus gay niggas. Well, gay men. Gay niggas sounds funnier to me. So grandmas versus gay niggas might be the fucking name of this episode.
That's gonna be some shit. If a gay and a grandma go, yeah.
Because like you gotta think. All right, my favorite gay man with like the sassy meter of all time is Billy Porter.
Oh yeah.
I think Billy Porter, and then after Billy Porter, I watched that show Legendary. So that dude Roach, Law Roach.
Yeah.
He the second. I think he the second one when it comes to like the you can't.
Yeah, Billy Porter, he's something different.
Oh, he's one of my favorites. He's my Jiminy Cricket. Like, whenever I have a moment in my life, Jiminy Cricket is Billy Porter.
Yeah, he's yeah.
And he tell me to do something that don't do it.
He gonna kick a read. He gonna kick a read. RuPaul too. RuPaul is a fucking backhanded compliment legend.
Oh, but you know who's good too? Now I think about grandmas or older black women. Whoopi Goldberg is undefeated.
Oh God, she's undefeated for sure.
I remember she was talking to this new white comic, was talking like she was washed up, and she said, "Well, maybe one day if you keep trying this comedy thing, you'll be able to be forgotten like me. Apparently.
Yeah, because we'll be.
It's like she's got all the awards. There. Literally, like she got all.
Yeah,
of them.
she's.
So, but yeah, I'm trying to think. My grandmother would do good ones. Like she had a couple like good on you types.
Yeah, my grandmother's an asshole. She's very.
I think gay dudes don't really have a. Because it takes a certain level of tact to pull off a good one, where somebody might walk away thinking, "I look good," or do I? Like, you want to have a question.
Well, you know what? For women, like if you are out and a gay man comes to you and tells you, like, "Girl, you look good," or "You pretty," you know, bitch, you got your shit together. Okay, can't nobody in that motherfucker tell you that you look good. Because he ain't trying to even
fuck, and you got his attention. Fair enough.
So if a gay dude come, if a gay dude come to me, be like, "You are so pretty, you look good. I like that outfit, girl." I know I look good because they don't give good compliments if it's not true.
You believe that? Still a man.
I believe that. I believe it because like they'll tell you, girl, two more sizes, that would look, that would have fit perfect. Like that. No, they will tell you.
You know, but that also, it kind of, it's like I'm gonna hit you, but I'm gonna pick you up after I knock you on your ass. Like it's still like like you could be better if we leave it open. I got told it was backhanded because the context.
Okay.
She gave me an asterisk for my gold star. We had just had relations, and she was like telling me I did a good job. But if she added, she had this like sense of surprise and had the term "guys my age," and I'm 34 at the time, so I'm like, "Guys my age."
Okay, but you do have to think about. So what was this? 3 years ago?
4.
4 years ago. Okay.
Damn near 5. But yeah.
So you have to think around that time. What was going on? People were starting to get heavy on the lean around that time, and different things and the Percocets and all of that stuff. That's kind of around that time. Kind of picked up a bit. The perks came stronger a little later, but. All the dudes was like doing lean around that time. They was like in their 30s and stuff doing that.
You know what? Drugs did have an effect on sex, for real.
Exactly. So if she was fucking somebody that was like on that and they was around your age, you probably did fucking amazing compared to...
One of my closest friends was on the phone and she had a date. Dude was coming over. And so I'm going to call you back tomorrow. All right, cool. She called me back in like 20 minutes. It wasn't just like he just finished. She ain't him with the girl. No, they were done already. Some regrouping, gathering of things, conversation even, and then the exit. Like he came and left.
Christ.
But it was like he was gone. Like I'm like, what's up? Shh, wasted time. I said, damn, we can pick up our conversation. I was done for the day. I started another movie. Like,
well, that wasted time it's very disappointing.
Ain't that a compliment, though? You would take it as a compliment? If it do, like, damn, girl, usually, I swear, I'd be going 20 minutes, but with you, 4, 5.
Yes and no. Because it depends, like, okay, maybe somebody wanted to sleep with you for a long time, so they might have been excited, and they shoot that first time, you're like, okay. Then they redeem themselves, But sometimes you could tell that that's just all they got in them. That's it. That's all the juice they got. Sometimes you can tell. Sometimes you be like, nah, that second round, oh, this motherfucker gonna go. And then you had the ones where you like, that's it. That's probably the best it's gonna get. I'm not doing it again.
Damn.
Yeah, like if I don't see like he gonna come back hard that second time, because you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell if they really get in their pace of shit, it's gonna be good. But if you fuck somebody and you be like, but for me, I'm not doing it again. I don't want to find out.
Like, if
it's fucked up and I just don't feel like that you gonna come through on that second round, I'm not doing it again. I'm not. Like that's just it. You'll never fuck me again.
Damn, one time?
One time.
But what if you like him?
I don't care.
Damn.
I'm not gonna be with somebody that I can't have good sex with. I don't care how much I like you.
All right, what's more important, sex or money?
Money.
All right. Well, that we're right. We're gonna get here. Recently, a newlywed couple. I don't put on nobody in particular. Newlywed couple, African American newlywed couple. Black man this post shouting his wife out. Very ecstatic. You can tell it. I read it. The tone. He said we met on Hinge. Something to the effect of no
about this story
no expensive gifts, no expensive dates.
Dinners,
just conversation and align goals. And he's marrying this woman. That's the part a lot of people taking out. They like, and then so when I first see the post, a woman puts her caption, and Twitter's good at this. They put the caption on great. Top. Like the design of it is great. Yeah. They put the reaction first.
Yeah, and
then you see. Yeah. So you like, I read this girl put, I wish a man would try to shout me out saying he did the bare minimum. And I'm like, I read the code. I'm like, he didn't say bare minimum.
But he did.
Let's have this conversation.
But he did.
Okay.
But he did. Because I've read the whole story, the whole situation. They met on Hinge. They met on Hinge, and he canceled 2 dates before they got to the third.
How do you know this?
It was on. They explained everything on. Okay. I seen it on Instagram. The whole story. All so right. They met on Hinge. He canceled 2 dates, and then the third date, they were in a parking lot, and they ate. Well, he got him a meal from KFC, and they ate in Popeye's parking lot and talked for hours. That was their first date. And then 6 months into it, he moved in with her. And then they got
stop you.
married. Yeah. So it's a whole thing. But
you know what I'm mad about? I've spent more money on you than this man spent on his wife.
Yes, and she is probably marrying him.
And I ain't get no pussy.
You didn't get pussy.
And you was probably young and stupid too when I first met you. You was like 19. I
was smart though. That's why you didn't get no pussy.
That's true. Cause I
was kind of ahead. I was kind of ahead of shit.
I never hid this fact that I wasn't shit though. Back then, I never was like, yeah, girl, it's gonna be just you. I'm like, hey man, look, I'm wilding, but you might be wilding. You're not wilding? All right, well, if you ever gonna want to be wild, hey.
We can walk together, yeah. No. He was always honest about what you had going on, so that was cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't have tried no arguments.
But like with him, I feel
bad for him.
I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for her because, first of all, if you are gonna shout me out, that would be hurtful. That the best quality about me that you thought to shout out was that you never had to do anything more than the bare minimum for me.
He didn't say that though. And I get the communication lapse and how it can be received on both ends. I get why it could feel like that.
Yeah.
But he was more happy. He found somebody. I read it and thought, my man is happy he found somebody different that works for him.
Have to spend money on, yeah.
I don't see what if.
That's how I don't know. That's how most
women how you read
take it. That. Yeah, I mean, I read it. Yeah,
I think all women read it like that.
I think it was nice, but I mean, he could have said like, "You're a caring person." So a smart person. Like it was just like, "Oh, I never had to take you on a fancy date or do anything over the top for you, and you still love me." That's nice, but I'm sure she has more qualities than you never having to do anything fancy for her. But in your relationship, like
sometimes you want a conservative, like
that's perfectly fine. But he could have said she was. I think she's like an attorney or something. So she's a smart girl. Like he could have.
Yeah. Plus,
and she's younger than him, of course.
Oh man, because on dating apps when I was on them, I was literally like Scrooge McDuck in the intro, my nigga. Like
dating apps are a very tricky place.
Oh yeah, well I realized early that I had a cheat code. I'm dating black women. Mm-hmm. Like the ones on the dating apps, it was before the hood got on. Right. Like you actually find a motherfucker who's actually trying to date.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was out in Lakewood way too much. I'm like, a black girl in Lakewood? Sure, let's see how this goes.
Let's see what's going on here. This might be different.
Yeah, but like you realize, oh, so you do this, you do that, you do that. Like, God damn it,
Yeah.
Then you find out
that was before the whole dating thing went to shit. Like,
then I found out girls was moving. They was moving that work on.
Yeah,
The app
a lot
where,
of them. Yeah,
you know, for the right price, buy me some roses or whatever term they want to use for whatever currency they're accepting for sex.
Yeah, it was on the floor.
But no, the sugar daddy shit is real too, though.
Oh, it's very real.
Cause I seen girls when you start seeing girls put "not here for hookups" or saying "looking for a sugar daddy."
Yeah, it's very real. It's a whole website and everything. You get a membership.
It should be.
No, it is. It's been for years. You get a membership and everything.
We'll talk about that another time. I have a lot of stories about those. Not that I was a part of it, but somehow girls I knew were in financial straits, and they's like, "Oh, I'm gonna join this site. You mind? You're not mine to worry about." So
yeah, it was a whole thing.
Oh, you can get some good money from it, but
of course.
I don't think he got a fair. The new husband. I don't think he got a fair shake for his appreciation.
I think you could have worded it a bit differently, but it just kind of made it seem like, yeah, I got a wife. I didn't have to do much for her, but she loves me to death. That's kind of like the vibe it gave.
What did she say?
Nothing.
She hasn't said anything in this whole.
No, I didn't know. There was no like rebuttal or anything. It was just.
She didn't defend her man. That's funny.
She did not.
Well, how did people know that they had the date canceled? How did she know that?
They told the story.
Oh.
They told the whole story about like how they got together. So that's how people knew they were in the Popeyes eating, and they moved fast. And she's like 32.
And he didn't have no place to live because he moved in with her.
He moved in with her in 6 months, which means
he was a hobosexual.
Yeah.
Oh,
probably
man.
so.
Damn.
And she has a better job than him. So
I mean, that's gonna come with a black woman, but damn.
Yeah.
He could at least.
Exactly. That's why I said like it kind of gives.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do anything.
You know what? I was trying to defend my man all day. I'm like, ooh, we gonna be on a podcast. I got my man's back.
Yeah, like once you read the whole thing, you see like
facts.
then you like yeah.
You and your fucking facts.
Yeah, kind of like I did all this. I didn't have to do much to get here. You could do it too.
Yeah.
If you catch the right bitch. Yeah. So.
That wasn't. That's probably one of the worst.
Yeah.
I would, because I seen another one say she ain't much to look at, but she mine. You ever seen that post like a year ago or something? I'm like, damn, bro.
Well, I mean, a lot of men have that type of situation because like, okay, let's be real. Mm-hmm. Like you see some people, like if you go to the mall or something, you see them, and the first thing is in your mind, like, what the fuck is they doing together?
Oh, that's funny.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is they doing together? How the fuck she get him, or how the fuck he get her? Like, fuck did that happen? And it's like, oh well, they'll say like, oh, he got a good personality or she got a good personality. I'm sorry, you can call me shallow.
I was about to say,
or whatever the fuck you want. I'm not fucking nobody that I don't like. I'm not about to sit in your face and act like you are attractive to me and I'm turned on by you and I'm not.
Have you ever had to defend somebody you liked, and not for how they treated?
Looks?
Yeah.
No, not really. Well, a short guy that I was dating one time, yeah.
How short? Because you what, 5'3"?
I'm 5'3".
Okay, and how tall? How tall?
He was just like he was like a little bit taller than me. We called him Baby Gap.
Why'd you? Never mind. I don't want you to give me more. I don't need to know why. Because he's close. I'm assuming.
I mean, he was small, so we just used to call him Baby Gap.
That's not nice.
It wasn't, but I mean, we have nicknames for everybody. Nobody actually has a real name. That's just kind of how.
You have to.
Yeah.
You can't.
Like everybody has a nickname. Because like me and my best friend be talking, and she'll say their real name, and I'm like, "Who the fuck are you talking about?" Then she says nickname. I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah." So his name was Baby Gap.
So he was the only one you ever had to say like, "Yo, he kind of short before he get here."
Kind of, and then I dated a fat dude one time, but I ain't defended. I was just like, he big as fuck. He had a cute face though. He had a really cute face, and he had a lot of money. But
I never cared about money, but I did some big girls. But I didn't really.
Dudes are different. Y'all don't really care about money.
I like it. It's like, oh shit, she got titties and ass. And then like,
well, yeah.
Too slim, you like, I don't like slim.
Yeah.
I need double digit size. I need 10 and up.
But see, I don't really like skinny guys.
That's why I ain't getting. I'm fucking with you. I wasn't getting nowhere.
I don't really like skinny guys. I like tall guys. I never really cared for skinny guys. I'd have had a couple, but they weren't really never my thing for real. But I ain't never really had to defend too many. No,
not too many.
It was just like shit, Not in dated some ugly niggas, but they just had something about them that was like. They probably dressed good or whatever the fact is, and I was like, damn.
Everybody knew anyway.
Big,
so it was like,
big, nice built guy, and I was like, yeah, I definitely want to fuck him. I don't know if I want to be with him or have babies by him, but definitely want to fuck him. So
that's a natural emotion, though.
Yeah. So I've never, I ain't never really had to defend too much. Either I like you or I don't.
Hmm. That's fair.
But I have a thing about teeth and hands.
That's.
I have a thing about teeth and hands. Like somebody with ugly hands, a nigga could never touch me with ugly hands. It literally makes my skin crawl.
I had that rule for bad breath, and I did let it go once, and I regretted it.
No, I ain't letting that shit go.
Yeah, I let it go because she was pretty.
Because I have to talk to you. Like, you have to be in my face. Like, that's too much.
And I didn't know, like, it's such a dumb thing. I had women in this area back then where I'm like, there's no way in hell a woman would have these problems. And I'm like, this motherfucker, when do you brush your teeth?
Looks
weekly? Like, do you weekly brush your teeth? Damn it. Like,
halitosis is real.
Man.
It's real.
And her breath was so bad, I didn't feel like bad being more aggressive during like oral. Like, you know what? You need to do something with this mouth.
You got a dirty mouth already anyway.
Yeah, it's like it's just
filthy it up a little bit more.
Yeah, it's like I'm just gonna not take my shoes off of this raggedy motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna keep my shoes on this motherfucker.
Fuck it. Put your leg up, bitch. Yeah. Like, yeah. I get that.
What you gotta tell these people?
I mean, dating is rough now, so you just gotta find somebody you like and go with it, I guess. I mean, the pickings are very slim.
So if you're gonna be Miss Hey-Hoes, what would you tell them? You would say, "Oh, pickings is slim out here." You would sound that bleak. You sound so chipper.
Like around this time of the year, it's about to we about to go into fall, so you got to start getting your winter shit together now.
Is it really seasonal?
It's seasonal. Okay. It is. I mean, sometimes you might make it to the next, if you get lucky and y'all hit it off, but most of the time it's seasonal. So, this is around the time you got to start getting your lineup together for the winter time. Cause see, if you wait till like the end of September, you get the bottom of the barrel, motherfuckers.
It's kind of like when you're getting a loan. Like the money is good end of the year, beginning of the year.
Yeah, like you gotta get your shit together now. You can't wait until first week of October. By then, everybody snatched up because it's time for haunted houses, scary movies, and shit like that. It's time to be in the house.
Yeah, weather changing.
So yeah, motherfuckers ain't outside like that no more. So you gotta kind of lock that shit in like this month, like towards the end of this month. You gotta have your shit already locked in. Like this gonna be my winter, people, and you gotta have a couple because the shit gonna fall off. Like if you start with 5, you only gonna end up with like 2, and then it's like best nigga win.
What? All right. What would be your average starter kit for an up and coming young lady who's trying to find a way to save her time? Like she out in these streets, she needs some help. What would be at least 3 things she needs to know? You said 5 dudes, or is it that's if you can get 5?
That's if you can. You might not even get a decent 5.
Ooh.
You might only get a decent 3.
Okay.
And that might be pushing it because I mean, shit is dating pool is fucking. It's piss all in it. It's piss all in it right now.
In our pool.
In our pool, yeah.
Yeah.
It's piss all in it. It's contaminated.
Got black and mild crumbs.
The whole fucking black and mild is in there. Not even the crumbs. The whole thing.
We got Cheeto bags floating in the water.
Hot flaming Cheetos.
Mm-hmm. Like who the fuck's still eating these?
Yeah. So So you gotta okay. I would say have somebody that's fun. Because that's important. Because, like, in the wintertime, you be in the house a lot. So you can't have no boring, stale-ass motherfucker in the house with you because you ain't going to have fun. So you got to have somebody that's kind of fun. Definitely have somebody that got some money.
So the fun guy and the money guy aren't the same sometimes, though?
Sometimes they're not.
Got you.
Sometimes they're not.
We still here.
And then the sex part. But see, the thing is, it's tricky with that because you can't be fucking all of them. You see what I'm saying? If you got a lineup of 5, you can't be fucking all 5.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's the tricky part.
Because
one that you could have took off with, you ain't want to fuck them, and then you might have fell for somebody that probably don't have all the good qualities, but you did decide to fuck him, and he was good in bed, so he kind of get like
points.
He get points for that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of bump him up because he good in bed, but you can't be fucking. You can't be fucking all of them.
You like that with titties.
Yeah.
Girl got big titties, like, I'll tolerate a little bit more. Then if she got a B cup, you like, I got to work to suck a titty with you on top. I got to do all of this. The neck start hurt. So,
like, you got hormone titties.
That's funny as fuck.
That's what I call little bitty titties. I'm like, they got hormone titties.
So, you got to have the Nola Darling starter kit.
Yeah. for sure. No, she was raw though. I think she was a little whorish, but she was raw. Like,
I think it was exaggerated because they had to have a storyline.
Yeah, it was over exaggerated, like over sexualized.
Yeah,
but
that girl exists and she don't got no problems.
Yeah, no.
Because I've been to Mars and I've been to other niggas before.
Yeah.
So you just be like, all right, I respect my position.
Yeah, and I mean, she ended up being kind of honest about the shit with everything, but she had
the starter kit.
All
right, so here you go. Do you have to have your own space, or could you have roommates if you got the starter kit? Because I mean, we talking about a city where roommates ain't really a bad thing, especially because the dudes ain't always. They can't say shit about no roommates.
I don't know. That's kind of tricky. Like with women, men are more like they can have roommates, but it's a cutoff for roommates with guys. Mm-hmm. Like if I meet a dude a certain age and he got a roommate.
What's your age?
I'm not giving you no pussy.
By 32, we was like, yo, ain't nobody else living in my house.
After 31, 32, like if you still got a roommate, either financially you can't hack it by yourself, it's some funny shit going on, or you cheap, whatever the case is. But
my cousin had to move in with me.
I had a family member that lived.
Yeah, he moved with me for a minute, and then I couldn't deal with it no more. He kept playing too much.
No, I had a family member live with me for like a year. It was fine. I mean, women are a little bit more respectful about, like, guys, they really don't care. Women, we're a little bit more respectful about it because, like, when you got somebody else living with you, and then, like, if they have boyfriends or whatever, like, you got to be more respectful about how you come out your room and stuff like that. So it's, like, more of a adjustment, because if you used to just getting up, like, sleeping naked, get up, walk out, go to the bathroom, go get some water, that's an adjustment, because they may have somebody over, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? So that's an adjustment, but it really don't stop shit.
Yeah, I dated a girl. She had a roommate, and her roommate, I seen her roommate's titties twice.
Yeah, and that can happen.
And she didn't care. Like, they both kind of like...
Because it's normal for us.
Yeah, like, it was like, oh, shit. I would always be like, hey, my bad. I didn't know he was going to be in the living room.
No, like, it's normal for us. Like, when my cousin lived with me, it was like, she seen me naked all the time. Like, I seen her. It's not a big deal for us.
Naked, it's not the same as the guy coming over to visit.
Well, right. If I know somebody's there, then I'm definitely not going. You know what I'm saying? But like, if it's like, if I don't know the motherfucker there, like, you got to give me a heads up or something, bitch, a text or something. Let me know somebody there, because I might be asleep when y'all come in. I don't know they there. And how about walk out the room, y'all sit in the living room, and I'll come around the corner butt ass naked. Like, I was just going to get some water. My bad.
She was wearing boy shorts, and that was it. No top, just on the couch, feet on the table. And I was like, okay, I had no idea titties was going to be in this room.
Oh, yeah, because, like, every woman hates wearing bras. So, like, as soon as you get in the house, that is the first fucking thing that comes off of your body.
I've seen that.
Once you take your coat off, your shoes off, your bra is the next thing to come out. Like, sometimes we won't even take our clothes off. We'll just do the whole out the arm thing. Like, and once I get home and I take my bra and my wig off, I'm not coming back out.
That's funny.
So don't invite me on no dates and shit like after I done took it off, because I'm not putting it back on to come back outside.
What?
I got big titties. It's a hassle to get these motherfuckers in the bra. So, like, once I holster these bitches up,
you can't just like...
That's it.
You can't just like whip them in the front and just...
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. You got to hook it and twist and get them bitches in and adjust them. So once I take it off, that's it. That's all. I'm not coming back outside. Once I take them off and I lean back and them bitches do their thing, that's it. The night is over for me. It's a wrap. Especially if I just took my wig off too, it's over with. I'm not coming outside.
You still got short hair?
No, actually, I got a nice amount of hair.
Fair enough.
I never wear it out, but I do got a nice amount of hair.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Nice little poodle fur under there.
Yeah.
It's still curly like it was. It's just, it's about down here. I've let it grown out. Yeah. I like the bald head on you, though.
I had no choice.
It fits you.
I had no choice.
No choice? You know what? I wish a lot of more men would accept it and just go bald.
Well... It's
a hard thing to accept, but yeah. I wish more men would, because they look worse trying to hold on to it than if they would just go bald.
That's next episode. We're gonna talk about
the
enhancements.
The enhancements, okay.
It's gonna be PED. This one's gonna be grandmas and gay niggas.
Okay, the other that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one, because enhancements is something different.
Oh man, it's beautiful now. Like it's the weirdest shit.
You can do a lot now.
Yeah.
You could do a lot. You can literally change everything on your body. You can become taller. You can get your toes cut down or longer.
My favorite thing is I've seen a girl who she had lipo, and it said when she was working out, said I didn't have any surgery.
A lot of women do that.
And I'm like, I don't care to figure this one out. I barely know the fuck.
A lot of women do that, and I don't know why. I mean,
I don't really.
It's not a big deal. Surgery,
yeah, like at this point,
it's not a big deal.
If you can afford it, fucking do it.
Do it the right way, though.
Is there a right way?
There is a right way.
Well, we're going to talk about it next episode.
It's a right way.